Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals. This is Paul Acevedo of Windows Central. Tonight I am joined on the mic by Brian and Tyler.
Yo.
Tyler, there he
Hello.
is.
Tyler.
Day late and a dollar short. That's our friend Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tyler. I don't own Halo 5, but Virtuous says it's over 80 gigs.
Wow, I didn't realize it was already that big.
That includes the
That's what she
DLC
said.
though, right?
Yes, it's really a hat. It's a Homestar Runner hat. I don't know if you guys can see Homestar.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's all blown out. I
Homestar
can't
Runner.
see it.
It's .com.
I can't see anything.
Poor Brian, his eyes stopped working.
He's getting old.
Yeah.
Well, that's for sure.
So let's talk about SteamWorld Dig. For one thing, this game is available on a lot of different platforms. It's on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Vita. Is it on PS3?
I think so. I actually
Probably on Wii U,
It is on the Wii U. It's on like
3DS,
everything.
iPhone.
3DS
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
3DS was like where it first came out, I think. Where it got all
Steam and 3DS were
fame
the first
from.
big ones.
Yeah, so it's on a whole lot of different things. The developer is already working on a sequel called SteamWorld Heist that is just about to come out. It's only about a week away for PlayStation 4 and Vita.
That's right.
Cool.
And it's a completely different type of game, but it's set in the same world, same style. I don't know if the exact same characters are in it, but it's actually like a turn-based strategy type of
That
game.
is way different.
Very different.
So,
Yeah.
Brian, you want to tell us about this world?
About this world.
The
What do you
setting.
mean? Like what you're doing?
The place where it takes place.
You're in a steampunk, like sort of old western type town. I think it was your uncle. It's been a while since I
Leonard.
played this. Your
Nice.
uncle was died and was pretty famous, and excuse me. You have to go digging through this mine to see what's down here because he left a bunch of really cryptic clues that said, "Hey, there's something down there." If memory
Sounds
serves.
about right. And yeah, just everyone in this universe is a living robot that I know of.
Yeah. And it's sort of a platformer Famicorp, but it's a lot more like
And
Spelunky.
Mr. Driller.
Except Mr. Driller, except the world is persistent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that much like Spelunky. It is kind of more like Mr. Driller. Like it's all about digging, right? And like he's like digging out gems and stuff like that, and then you can like go back to the top and upgrade your character. Isn't that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
And the world is procedurally
But
generated.
But it's persistent. So when you leave and come back, it's the exact same as when you left.
Gotcha.
So if you screw up getting a gem, you'll never get that gem. Like you dig all the way around it and you can't get to it anymore. You can't get it anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting how that stuff works.
I'm having a little frame rate issue. No one else in the viewers having frame rate. It's just
We're not
my
dropping
system.
frames at least.
Video looks fine to me.
Okay. Yeah, let
Glowing
me
enemies
refresh.
stuck in the rocks. I don't think I can get up there to them though. Can I? Oh, yeah, I can go around this way. Is there any point to killing the enemies? Ah!
You get stuff. That's about it.
One thing I don't like is you can't swing while jumping. Which, I mean, it makes sense in the context of, well, you couldn't really dig while jumping. However, just, the language of platformers, you're used to being able to attack while jumping. At least I am.
Yeah, but this isn't really sort of a platformer. It's sort of a weird in-between genre game.
Yeah, it's not super platformer. I wouldn't call it a platformer. There's not like a platforming challenge, much of it anyway, that I can recall, where like there's tough jumps and spikes and stuff. There might be a little bit.
Well, the developers call it a platformer, so there.
Well, they get to make the call.
Bring any ore you find back up. Okay. I'm Dorothy, by the way. Is she the love interest? Are we going to get married at the end of the game? Make little robot babies.
Yeah, she's a pretty cute female robot.
Yeah, not that I'm aware. She's a
Sharp
redheaded
pickaxe.
robot.
So do I automatically get it? Do I have to buy it? Go see her daddy at the upgrade shop.
Hey, Pantera, welcome.
Yeah, welcome, Pantera, for the win.
You have to buy most upgrades. You might get 1 or 2 for free.
Yeah, I think you have to buy
Okay,
them.
let's go see what they are charging. Sharp pickaxe for 8 gold. Let me dig hard soil. That sounds good. Yeah, I really like the setting.
It's a very cool steampunk western style town. It's
Yeah,
pretty
there aren't
neat.
a lot of Western
It's
games,
great.
period.
It's a great looking game.
It's a genre that sort of died out in the 50s and 60s. They played it to death, and I think a lot of Americans are kind of fed up with it.
I don't even know if it's overexposure. To me, the cause is more likely just kind of the fact that it got like a little too far away from us historically or something is how I feel about it. There's probably a lot of people have written really interesting explanations for the dying down of the Western.
Well, I mean,
Yes,
it
both of
was
those are correct.
it was a large portion of the 50s and 60s television and movie zeitgeist.
That is for sure.
Yeah, John Wayne, a million movies, TV shows, all set in
Him
the
dying
Western times.
probably didn't help. He was quite a draw. You have
Mm,
Clint Eastwood.
yeah.
Clint Eastwood started doing other
Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan.
Hey, HH Tactics.
Good to
Perfect
see you,
Zero.
Tactics. And Perfect Zero, excellent.
Refresh
Perfect
this
Zero
for
is a
third
member
time.
of our Windows Central Neverwinter Guild. Valued member.
Sounds a lot better than Zero Tolerance.
Or Zero on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Oh my. Hey, Gebetto.
There we go.
Man, I don't know what the heck my problem is. I'm not running anything else on my computer.
Well, you did downgrade your internet to dial-up speed.
It's not dial-up,
You're like, not dial-up.
just
Oh.
DSL.
See?
That's
Yeah,
almost as
I was
bad.
gonna say ISDN, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not as good as cable.
Yep. And lockdown.
Lockdown. Set the enemy.
You know, I haven't had issues with speeds, but I have had issues with buffering, but it makes me think that they, like, throttle Hulu sometimes.
It's possible. Famicorp says that great games are coming to games with gold. Do you remember what they are, anybody?
I haven't
didn't-
even seen the list
I
yet.
didn't think they were that great. I saw them. Super Meat Boy is one. That's
Yeah.
great. Oh,
Oh,
Goat
that's
Simulator.
sad.
Goat
Oh.
Simulator.
Hey man, the kids are gonna be crazy for that one.
Ugh.
The Crew.
Yes.
Is that a game?
Yeah,
The
you're right.
racing
The
game?
Crew is one of them. Kind of.
Yeah, that's a racing game.
And then the other
Oh,
game is
man.
maybe XCOM for 360.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No, it's not bad. No, it's
The others are. Bleh.
Goat Simulator.
I'll take Goat Simulator later over NBA 2K
Yeah, gross.
Was that one of them?
on PlayStation.
PlayStation? PlayStation's
Oh, okay.
rumored to have NBA 2K6, 2K, whatever. Obviously not the one that's coming out in a few months. So I guess the one that came out about 10 months ago. So I guess that's
Yeah.
16.
Mm.
And then Gone Home, the walking experience adventure game.
Good game.
Tyler's not very excited for it. At least it's not Drive Home,
No.
Tyler. Imagine if it was that. Yeah,
Drive
Drive
Home?
Home is an adventure game available on Xbox One and PC. I don't know about PlayStation, in which you play as a lady who is calling her mom on the drive home, and that's the whole game. Is the conversation they have.
Oh, you sure that's not three
Oh,
fourths
3/4
home?
home. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's on
Okay.
PlayStation. Yeah, it's like a 50-minute conversation while driving. And
That
it's
seems a
video
bit
game.
odd.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about doing different kinds of games like that. Things that are just totally different from everything else. But obviously, games like that will not please everybody. And in fact, maybe a lot of people wouldn't be pleased with that particular title.
Yeah.
As long as I've been subscribed with for games with gold, I've never gotten a sports game
Yeah, sports games are weird to give out. For some reason, PlayStation likes the NBA games. This will be the NBA, the second NBA 2K game that we get. Besides that, we haven't got many sports games. Actually, we did get a soccer game, PES.
Really?
2000 something, yeah.
People who play those really love them. Like, they consider them to be much
Yeah, they
better
do.
than FIFA. Yeah.
FIFA.
Yeah,
yeah.
PES. A lot of people love
Yeah,
those games.
and the way they refer to it is PES. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I've heard it a lot.
It's funny. That's a Konami game. Are they still making them?
Yes, it's the one.
That's about the only thing they're
Yeah,
still
for
making.
some reason, I guess because
Okay.
it's such a cash cow, Konami has not given up on PES.
Right, and so little effort that probably goes into season to season in comparison to building a whole game.
Probably.
That has you can reuse so many assets and things like that.
Yeah.
True.
You're right. Xbox did give away a pool game that I heard
Yeah,
was
pool
excellent.
is not exactly a sport, though.
It's a sport, sort of. In the same way that bowling's
Yeah, I mean,
a
do we
sport.
consider
Like
poker a
bowling, yeah.
sport? I mean, you can play poker as a sport, but also it's some... I don't know, you're right.
It's more of a hobby.
Yeah, it's kind of... it's like a game. I would describe pool as just a traditional game. But, yeah, but if you play it
Yeah.
competitively, then I suppose it does become a sport.
Depends on if you make money
Yeah,
at
there
it.
you go. Hey, Lil Friar.
Hey, Lil Friar. Being so mean tonight. Jeez.
You guys both acknowledged that you were jerks. That's why I didn't say hi to him.
Lil Friar had a birthday recently. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
106?
believe he has passed the centennial.
That would explain the
Congratulations.
crankiness.
There you go. Can I still get up? Yes. There.
You know what game this
What's
reminds
that?
me of? Motherload and Super Motherload that came out as a PC game. It's kind of cool. It's a digging game
I
too.
am not familiar with those.
A digging and resources game.
Well, that sucks, AJ.
Oh, I can buy more upgrades.
Says apparently Twitch crashes when he starts using more than 3 gigs of RAM in
That's
Lightroom.
no good.
Get more RAM.
It's Lightroom.
Adobe.
Well, I know it because of Skype, Lil Friar.
You better take it off there. People might be spying on your birthday.
This dude lost a leg.
A hat is on Paul's head.
Cobbler's Bairns. Weird.
Man, this is driving me insane. This stupid. It's like once every 3 seconds, like just one frame drops and it has to refresh.
That's
Poor
weird.
T-Dog.
Yeah. Super annoying.
Yeah, mine got a little janky earlier, but it straightened itself out.
It's like it would be like what it would be doing if, like, I was loading pages in the background or things like that. But it's not doing anything like that.
I bought a pouch.
Yes. It is a sandwich, Famicor.
Is hot dog a sandwich? Is that like comparable to is pool a sport? He's saying that's as equally as stupid a question to argue about.
Well, we are not arguing.
Maybe.
Nah.
I say we were discussing
Yeah.
like gentlemen.
Oh, happy birthday, Decker player, on Monday, Memorial Day.
I hope it's. I hope you have a lot of fun that day,
Nice.
Darker Player.
Hope you took the day off. That's what I always
Yeah.
try to do.
I mean, even if you're not going to do anything special on your birthday, you might as well at least take it off.
Take it all
Yeah,
off.
baby.
It's Memorial Day. There's a decent chance he has it off anyway. I mean, I know some people.
Well, if he's in the U.S.
Yeah.
True. I didn't even
I-
think about that.
I always figured he was in Germany or someplace.
I think Remembrance Day for the UK is around this time as well, which is similar to Memorial Day.
You're saying the whole world doesn't celebrate the United States' Memorial
They
Day?
should, considering how many of them we saved during
Well-
World War II. Haha, just kidding.
Canada's was last week.
Oh,
Yeah, Victoria Day. or
Canada has
something.
one?
Yeah,
They,
Yeah,
well, they
it's-
have
Have they
similar.
ever even been in a war?
Victoria Day.
yeah, they fought with the U.S. in World War II.
Oh, nice.
They landed on Juno Beach, I think, during
Is
D-Day.
that a real beach? Oh,
Yes. Well, that was the code name for it.
because I mean, I don't trust them as all shifty Canadians.
Well, we only know one shifty Canadian, and he's not
That's
even
enough
here.
for me, man. He will be here next weekend, though. By the way, guys, we forgot to mention it last week, but we are planning to stream the original Resident Evil soon, the Xbox One version of Resident Evil, that is. I'm pretty excited about it. And Adam, of course, will be co-hosting because he is a Resident Evil expert. But what's funny about it is that, of course, we're going to show off the new control scheme that the Xbox One version has.
Oh, he hates
Yeah.
it so much.
Exactly. So we're going to play it that way just to annoy our good friend Adam. And I mean, like, I don't know whether I'll like the new control scheme or not, but I am in favor of offering things like that. You know, like just trying to make a game accessible or more intuitive for more people. You know, like the Resident Evil 4 remake that they did on, not really remake, but re-release they did for the 360 and PS3. I thought it was a big shame that they didn't add more natural controls to that one, because the control scheme is kind of archaic. So I hope the Xbox One version of Resident Evil 4 will fix that, but we'll see.
It's not nearly as archaic as the 1 through 3 tank controls.
I mean, tank controls just aren't that, like, they're not...
They're not that bad once you get used to them. There are a few games I will play just because I like them that have
tank controls are not confusing, you know what I mean? But I guess, I mean, like, putting buttons in weird places, to me, that's more confusing. If every other game has reload on a certain button and you put it on a different button, that will... It adds an adjustment period that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, but a lot of games do that. Uncharted did that. Uncharted has
you mean how Uncharted 4 did that?
Is that the only one in the series that did it that way?
I played the last 3 of them on the remaster, and they all had the exact same control scheme. I think on the originals, they had a slightly different control scheme.
Yeah, the controls for Uncharted 4 are a bit off.
It's taken me a lot of time to get used to it.
Yeah. Corpse asks if we think they will announce a new Resident Evil, and yeah, they have to have secretly been working on Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
They probably will.
Dark Souls is another game where the control scheme is not what you would expect it to be.
Yes. At least with Dark Souls, the whole game is kind of weird, so it sort of fits in with that, you know? But even
Still takes a while. I mean, I've wasted so many Estus flasks trying to attack someone.
I know what you mean. Well, in that case, Neo might be more intuitive to you. You know, Neo is Koei Tecmo's Dark Souls clone that one has attacking on the face buttons instead of the shoulder buttons.
Nice.
Yeah, I never like it when games put attack on the shoulder buttons.
It is a little weird, I'll say that. But with firing arrows, you hold left trigger and you press right trigger to fire. You can also press right bumper to fire a different kind of arrow. But at least they got that right. And, you know, recently I did my little Minecraft battle preview. Not little, actually, a pretty big story. And in that, I complained that you press and hold left trigger and then release to fire arrows, which is just, to me, really clunky.
That goes against, like, every other game that has that sort of mechanic. It's almost always right trigger.
I mean, if there is a common language to gaming, then just follow that. Don't try to invent your own way. Especially if you're normally a PC developer, which I think is what Mojang was. I mean, but then again, maybe Mojang didn't decide on that. Maybe it was... What is that? The studio that does the console ports? 4J?
Yeah, 4J.
Yeah, so maybe it's 4J's fault. Who knows?
I don't know, and I don't know how it controls on PC. I mean... Combat is not a big part of Minecraft, so like it's never been a big deal at all until, now they have this battle mode that it's obviously all about combat. So I could see that issue.
Virtuous Lumix has a question about Uncharted. Can you guys see what his question is? We're gonna go in the cave now.
Yes, I think they're worth it personally. I think they are if you don't already have the games. Or if, playing them at 1080p 60 frames per second matters.
Yeah, I heard they're really good looking for remasters.
They upgraded a lot of the a lot of the polys in Uncharted 1 especially because it was looking rough.
Nice.
They did work on Uncharted 2 a little bit, but Uncharted 3 was pretty good where it was.
Ah, spikes. Now this is like that game of yours, Tyler, Spelunky. There's disappearing platforms, and there were spikes underneath. Scared the crap out of me.
Well, I mean, it's got a very, very obvious, hey, there's death below here.
Yeah, there was a sign that labeled it. Oh, congratulations,
If
AJ.
it was like Spelunky, you would have been dead already.
I guess you're right about that.
You don't get a second chance when you get hit by spikes.
So I just found some weird thing. Technology assimilated speed boots.
Seriously, AJ? That's a darn
I can
good
return
deal.
to town here
Complete inbox Dreamcast. Well, why would you buy a Dreamcast?
because it's great. So now I can run. By the way, we were talking about unintuitive controls earlier, and that is actually a problem with this game. Is by default they have attack on the B button instead of X. I mean, yeah, why
That's
would
weird.
they have done that? But you can easily change it to X, and then it's no problem. So
But yeah, as long as they're remappable, I don't have any problem. However, they want to set their controls because I just change them around anyway.
I'm
Halo
used to
2.
Nintendo controls, so
For Halo, the newer Halos finally went with the flow, right? And like, it let you have kind of more traditional controls.
yes, I mean you have a choice of several different control schemes, really.
Right, but like, I mean, if you're more into why, like, because I don't know, I guess some people started with Halo, but jumping using the shoulder buttons is really a strange thing.
Let's see if I can make this jump. I don't think I can. Oh, I could. Good. Ooh, and what's that thing?
Yeah, the the Uncharted remasters are really good. I hadn't heard any issues about the Devil May Cry remaster. There's actually 2 of those out, and I hadn't heard that there are big issues with either of them, but I don't know.
Oh crap.
I haven't played it enough to know. I do have that. I just haven't gotten too far into it.
Well, the DMC one.
The remaster or the remaster, whatever pack they put out on the PS3 of 1 through 3, 1 through 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Those ones are fine. They seem fine. Yeah, there's 2 PS4 Devil May Cry remasters too of the 2 PS3 games. DMC and Devil May Cry 4. So basically every Devil May Cry has been ported a generation forward.
Which is nice of them to do, even though it makes some people unreasonably mad.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Devil May Cry is fun. The first one is fun. It's just really hard because it's a little bit archaic with how saves work, and when you die, how much you have to like redo stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't played it since, well, it came out on the PS2,
The first-
so
The
it's
first
been a
one wasn't it
while.
more like wasn't it like an actiony Resident Evil? Like Resident Evil with more action to the combat?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, you're like in a dark mansion. The combat is all like scored. You know, every combat section you get graded on, stuff like that. So, like platinum style games.
Congratulations, AJ. You got a good deal on Devil May Cry 4.
Nice. I don't think
That's not bad.
I don't think the PlayStation 4 version got a retail copy.
Huh.
Unfortunately, not it here anyway.
Well, you know, PlayStation 4 owners just don't buy games, Tyler. Making that up.
It's true. Call of Duty's not dead. Decker player.
They have that horse to beat much more.
It's still the best. Still going to be the best-selling game of 2016.
Well, Will,
Call of
do you
Duty.
think so?
Yeah.
Are they?
I mean, they're the best-selling game
Every
every
year?
year. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the best every year because
Yeah,
people just keep
they
buying
usually
it.
break 15 to 20 million.
People just don't know any better.
That's
Yeah,
a really good
okay.
deal then, AJ. Dang.
Eventually, it will die down, but it's not dead yet. I mean, people just like it, and I don't know. I don't fault people for having their go-to online game. You know, good for them. A lot of people do that with FIFA and
I
stuff
think
too.
supporting an annualized release strategy for a game with campaigns is not really good. You know, like look what it did to Assassin's Creed. But then again, a lot of people do buy it specifically for the multiplayer, and that's a different story.
True. Although they have started fixing Assassin's Creed in
Yeah,
recent
well, they
years.
just decided not to annualize them anymore, and that's a good thing. At least not this year.
Yeah, they took this year off. Anyway.
Well, yeah, stop shipping around to different divisions and actually just give it to one group, which I think is Ubi Montreal, who does them now.
No clue. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since Brotherhood, I think.
Good luck, everybody. Yeah, I have every single one but I haven't played the 2 latest ones just because I haven't got around to it.
I think I have them all too, except for Syndicate. I heard Unity sucks and that Syndicate was pretty decent.
My wife really likes Syndicate. She's been playing the latest ones recently.
Go back
Nice.
into this cave and see if I can find anything else. Wow. Yeah, I mean, is there a lot of stuff in each cave, or is there just like one thing to find? You know what I mean, guys? Ah,
There's usually like 1 or 2 things to find. Some of the
think,
later
yeah,
caves have a lot more stuff.
Yeah, and I think like that you'll definitely run into stuff that you can't get to until like coming back a little bit later, like when you have a new upgrade or
that's
something.
Metroidvania-like.
It is, and you hit the spikes again.
Yes, I did.
Jeez.
When
Paul.
will I learn? When?
You just got that fancy new
I
run
forgot
ability.
about it. The fact that he constantly swings his axe while you're doing it is annoying. Oh, there's some kind of door up there. Yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like, you know, just if you're holding the button, have him not do it. But then I guess for digging, it's better.
Yeah, if you have an upgraded axe, you can dig through the material really quick like that.
Yeah, so I shouldn't complain too much. Citrine is worth $16. That's a lot of bucks, guys.
It is for this stage of the game, that's for sure.
So,
The combat is not great in Assassin's Creed, Lilfryer. It's okay, but it's certainly not like the main point. The stealth is fine, but like the actual combat's a little bland.
you're a little bland.
Like, yeah, those rocks you're not getting through yet,
Yeah,
I guess.
you can't get through those yet.
So I'll have to come back.
So you
They-
wouldn't wanna come
They do
back,
make
but-
you upgrade your weapon pretty regularly.
So there is a downward path that I haven't taken yet. I'm going to try that before leaving the cave. It's possible to get stuck too, isn't it, guys?
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it happened to me actually really early on. I dug a hole and I did it in such a way that I couldn't wall jump out of it. And to get around that, you can self-destruct and you'll respawn in the town, but it takes away half your money or something.
Yeah, you can't ever get stuck. You can't soft lock the game. You can always kill yourself and get out. That's what I thought you meant when you were asking.
Yeah, at least they have a way for you to get around it. Need light. Right, so maybe there isn't anything else to this lower pathway. I thought there might have been, but no, it was a dead end. So I don't need to come back here.
Yeah, it's just a trap.
Until I get my pickaxe strengthened, I don't need to come back here.
Actually, there's nothing in there. It just leads you back to the beginning. You don't have to actually go
That
through
top
there.
path? Wow.
Yeah.
But what if I wanna?
Well, you can, but it wouldn't help you very much.
So I see. Well then, we will continue on our journey. It's interesting. I mean, lots of games have exploration, but few games have you have to carve your own pathway like this. So that is a lot different.
Yeah, it's like jumping in on the big kind of mining phase. You're not. I mean, kind of you are. I don't know. I guess you are, huh? Because there's jewels and stuff that you're finding.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You need to go back out and get some light, Paul.
I mean,
It's gonna be tough
I
if
have
you
a
can't
couple
see.
lanterns.
Both mining and crafting have gotten more popular since that one really popular game came out that I can't remember the name of
Terraria?
right now. That's the one.
Everyone loves Terraria.
Quan.
Quan.
That.
Oh no, I actually destroyed a light source. I didn't know you could do that. If you dig under them, it destroys them.
Uh-huh.
That crafty mining type of game.
Copper.
Hey Zero, thanks for stopping
Yo,
by.
Zero, we were just talking about you
Adam.
earlier.
Are you gonna stream after this?
Yeah, why don't you actually announce it for once, Zero, so people will know to go to your stream?
Well, he's apparently pretty
Oh,
drunk, so
Sounds like fun.
maybe
Okay,
not.
then he should stream.
You might have to go back up and buy another pickaxe,
Do you
Paul,
think I have enough?
because I think you're starting to get to the place where it's going to force
Okay, I
you.
can try that.
Oh yeah, That's cool. The map like tells you how many swings each piece of dirt is gonna take
Oh,
or
it
whatever.
does? Huh, you're right.
Isn't that what
I
that's
see the
for?
farther
Is,
down you get,
like, you're-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the line's for.
And so the upgraded pickaxes will obviously cut those numbers down.
We'll
Yep.
see if they offer one yet.
It's a cool game. It's a cool, clever game.
Somebody
Yeah, I like it quite a bit.
is someone doing Halo
was
5
fun.
spoilers?
They better not be.
Looks like somebody might have done a little one.
We will totally peer pressure you, Adam.
Yeah, Adam, just stream.
Oh, I'm so close to being able to get there, but not quite. Just need $3 more. Why haven't you, Virtuous Lummox? It has been out for, I mean, not a whole year yet, but certainly quite a while. If you're that into Halo.
Yeah, and
It's been out for
pretty
6 months or so
affordable.
yet. But, you know, if you're just trying to save up some cash, you know, we understand that. Especially Tyler, the original
It's
cheap
been on
ass
sale a
gamer.
bunch.
That's right.
I know, I saw it for like $30 recently.
Yeah, sorry, Perfect Zero. We have this Zero guy. He spells his name with an X for some reason. He basically spells everything wrong.
He's from Canada. He can't spell. It's
That's how they
just a
spell it
thing.
there.
They do spell a lot of things incorrectly there, like color.
Oh yeah, there's fall damage, by
That's
the
a
way.
bummer. Whoa, yeah, I'm about to die.
Oh, you
What happens
guys-
if I die?
Yeah,
guys and
you've.
your- yeah.
I think the same thing is what happens if you
Yikes. I
self-destruct.
don't like the sound of that.
Oh, he already owns it. He's just waiting on something else. He's reading some of the books.
Wow. That's taking it seriously.
Yeah.
We always blame Canada in here.
What hasn't Canada done?
All that free health care.
The maple syrup.
We're not scared of zero.
Oh, sorry. We thought you had left, Adam.
No, I hate when you lose.
I forget. So all the stones you find, you just turn those into money, right? When you get back
Yes,
to the top.
that is the entire point of them. Okay, looks like I can afford it now. Yeah, no, I would argue that silent letters are wrong. Like, there is no benefit to them. So if there's a U in color and you don't pronounce it color, then
Well, you know, you just pronounce it Kaloo.
yeah. I mean, but they don't. They say it
Ooh,
like we do.
fancy.
So in that case, our way is better. You should just do things the way that's better.
Do it the
You must-
American way.
You must have
We've been-
quite a issue with the entire English language.
Yeah,
then.
actually, it gets on my nerves.
Oh yeah, it's a disaster of a language.
It's you picked a bad career
I mean,
then, Paul.
All of our problems that we got as far as spelling goes come from the British side of things. Like they, the way they spell a lot of things in ways that don't make sense, like with all these crazy silent letters and syllables and stuff. And it's like, if you have the choice of how to spell something, just spell it the way it's pronounced. There's no reason to add a layer of difficulty to it, but they do.
Well, a lot of languages. I mean, there's a couple exceptions, but like for Spanish, a letter is always almost always pronounced the
Yeah.
same way, like every single time. Once in a great while, if it's being followed by a certain other letter, it's pronounced differently, but that's pretty rare. But I mean, in English, every vowel has like 2 to 3 ways of pronouncing it.
Eh. Can't be any worse than German. I and E sound exactly the same in German.
Do they?
Yeah, it's I and E.
Hmm.
It's horrible. That was the hardest thing to get when I took German. I couldn't. My brain can't distinguish the two.
Yeah, I mean,
With some witty comedy there.
languages, they develop over time, and when they're developing, the people who, I don't know what it's like to be there at the dawn of a language or as a language is truly evolving. But yeah, the people don't think, well, is this thing we're deciding to do going to make the language harder for other people to learn? If they would always just stop and think about that.
The biggest issue with English is it's a mishmash of French and German. So you get weird German rules, and then you get weird French rules. So it's just screwy all around.
What do you know?
You're right about X, but Xerox is a proper noun, so they can kind of pronounce that any way they
that's
want.
true. Names are a little bit of a different
Yeah.
story. Don't get me started on the modern trend of parents making up new spellings for traditional names. Oh my gosh.
Or new pronunciations for letters
Yes,
sometimes.
it's like, do they not know what they're doing to their poor kids? Because nobody, like my sister, she named her newest kid something dumb, I forget. But anyway, and it was misspelled too. So just nobody will ever spell that poor
Great.
kid's name right on the first try, and it's like, you know, she's just like, oh, it's neat. She simply does not think about cause and effect. Like, what are the effects going to be?
Can you spell your name for me?
Yeah, just growing up, you know, like my last name is a little difficult for English speakers, and my first name is a little different. Not Paul, but my real first name. So.
Manuel?
No. No, but anyway, like that made me sensitive to those subjects, and so when I see people basically setting their kids up for the same kind of difficulties unnecessarily, then it gets on my nerves.
It's
Yeah.
just silly. I'm glad my sister didn't name her children stupid things. She's stupid, but not
See?
that stupid.
No time for games. You're risking a ban there.
I'm noticing some serious familial love here in the conversation right now.
Yeah, well, my siblings and I have a very unique relationship. Crazy people. That's why I live, 5 states
Dang.
away from them.
Wow. Well, you kind of like to travel, though, don't you, Brian? You just like to go far away anyway.
Yeah, heck yeah. I moved to Seattle like 2 months after I graduated high school.
So then what was your state of origin?
You go to school, yeah.
Illinois. About the most boring state next to Kansas. So,
Illinois.
See,
ugh.
You weren't in Chicago? Like you weren't in a big city?
No. Springfield, the capital, which is... It's down under 400 of the largest cities
Down
in the
under.
U.S.
Why do they make like smaller cities state capitals in so many states? Like, what's the logic behind not just having it in the largest?
maybe they
city?
planned for it to grow eventually, and it didn't take off for whatever reason.
I mean, the state capital in Illinois is actually, I think it's older than Chicago. It's a pretty old city.
So you think it's more just like what Paul was saying. It was maybe planned to be the mecca, and then it didn't turn out.
Yeah, well, I mean, Chicago's on Lake Michigan. Springfield is in the middle of cornfields.
That's enough, you guys.
So,
These people in chat.
Yeah, be nice to Paul.
oh, come on now. Don't make me start banning you people.
Yeah. I was-
Good.
I thought Paul had enough of our Chicago discussion.
No.
That's
Stop
what I was
picking on
thinking. I'm
Chicago.
like, man, he hates Chicago.
Yeah, we've touched on a nerve.
No, but I told somebody somebody was calling me, people like to call me Paulo. Mexican people do. And, or people from places that speak Spanish anyway. And yeah, I had to tell this guy, no, Paulo is not my real name, it's this. And I told him the real one, and he was like, no, that's not a real name. And I'm like, yes, it is, I assure you, that is my real name.
Hey, Little Friar should know. He's from that area. Springfield.
Well, isn't Pablo with a B?
That is another variant of the name Paul.
I was gonna say Pedro, but that's
Right.
Peter.
Yeah, no, I don't really like to I keep it close to my chest. Oops, here we go.
Ha! I was right. Springfield is older.
Aha.
Thanks for looking that up, Little Friar.
That's where the Simpsons live.
I'm guessing it's just because there's a lot of states like that. Like, I mean, whether you're doing like a trivia, it's like, oh, what's the state capital of New York? Oh,
Albany.
You know, like, why would Albany be the capital of New York? Like, why wouldn't New York City be the capital of New York? Sacramento in California. There's just tons of states that have really bizarre capitals.
Is probably because New Yorkers not from New York City thought New York City had too much power and wanted to shift the political power away. That's what I would guess.
I could see that.
I'll be right back in like 30
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah, Lummox is talking about how he wants to approach the Halo 5 story. I mean, I have some bad news for him. That's the Halo 5 story isn't very good, unfortunately.
Just jump in, man. You know, reading all the backstory isn't going to make it any better for you. Just jump in and do it.
I mean, he's just somebody who takes it at a different level of seriousness than many players. There's
I
nothing
guess.
especially wrong with that. But I mean, Halo 5, and again, I was too soft on this in my review, but Halo 5 just doesn't have a very good story. Like, it completely relies on people not stopping for 5 seconds to talk to each other. And that's just the whole source of every conflict in the game is, by the way, nobody would stop and talk to each other. That, yeah,
Well, that's
I mean,
silly.
there's movies where that's, where that is a source of problems. But for it to be the entire, I mean, just, it's too much in Halo 5's story. In my opinion.
I wouldn't know. I haven't played it.
Yeah. Well, the campaign is worth playing, but it's not the best one.
I'll get to it. I'm just behind on all my games. I'm still trying to catch up from my backlog of getting my bachelor's degree, and I've had it for 2 years.
Funny you mentioned that.
Even if I'm not playing video games, I still buy them.
I didn't play much while I was in college either. I mostly played Oblivion during that time period if I was playing something, or a little bit on my PSP. So that was several years ago, obviously, because the Vita wasn't around yet. Can I make this
Indeed.
jump? Oh, yes, I can. Just barely. I took, we all handle school differently, but I took college very seriously. I spent hours and hours studying.
Well, I better take it seriously. I work in one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody anybody with any sense wants to do well, but yeah, I wouldn't settle for anything less than. I mean, I tried at least to do the very best.
I don't get the kids who will spend $40,000 to get a bachelor's degree, or their parents will, and they don't bother showing up for class. They're just like whatever. They're in their sweatpants all the time. It's like, come on, man, you're paying a lot of money to be here.
Yeah, you do have to. Anything worth doing is worth doing right, and yeah, not everyone feels that way. But the lowest grade, and it's bragging, but the lowest grade I got is an A- at university.
Not bad, man. Even less of a slacker than I am.
Well, I only wanted to be the best. I tried my hardest and put all the time into it. Because it's mostly a matter of time, like if you study enough, if you put enough effort into the projects and the papers, then probably you will do well. I mean, we all have different limits and aptitudes and what have you, but it's mostly time.
It's about pride, little friar. If you don't take pride in yourself to at least get dressed to go to class, then what kind of pride are you going to take on the job?
I did get in trouble for showing up naked a few times.
Well, we don't talk about what you do on your own, Paul.
Yeah, I actually have a raunchy college story. We can't tell it during the stream, but if we ever do a real late night drinking stream, somebody should ask me about it.
Oh boy. Well, that's fine, little friar. That's perfectly acceptable attire. Polo and jeans. Most of the people I work with wear polos and jeans all the time.
I only wore t-shirts every day of the year. Except, no, if we ever had a presentation where I needed to be dressed up fancier, then I would do so.
Yes, but a lot of people, I notice this especially, is a lot of students will not take college seriously. They'll wind up with, a 2 whatever GPA and then wonder why they never get hired anywhere. Because a lot of employers will look at that. If you're fresh out of college, they'll look at your GPA and say, ooh, this guy got like a 2.6. That just shows that he obviously didn't care enough.
Yeah, it's not going to impress people, that's for sure.
I held down a full-time job and walked away with a 3.6 average.
Shabby. I was working part-time all throughout college.
I worked at the university, so I've been there for quite a long time.
Yeah, I have at least one friend who graduated college and didn't get a job right away, any kind of job, you know what I'm saying? And to me, and this is something that not everybody will agree with, but anyway, I think as an adult you should be working most of the time. I do understand if you have the option of not working during college, not doing so that you can spend more time on college, that's fine. But once you've graduated, I don't think Like, I don't know. At that point, you should be working. It's time to man up a little.
Yeah, I mean, even if you got to flip burgers, get
Yes,
something.
absolutely.
Show that you're
You
doing
need
something.
Even in college, sorry.
I was just gonna
Go
say you
ahead.
need a work history. But yeah, Tyler.
Yeah.
Even in college, working part time gets you that work history.
It does.
It's
I
huge.
flipped.
They see if you could work 18 months at a part time job and held that job for 18 months. That's a big deal.
That shows dedication. You got a bachelor's or a master's degree, and you worked for 3 years straight. That's not bad.
Yeah. So this.
And I flipped burgers in college, so I'm not
King
degrading
Kong
it
is
at all.
on.
Yeah, I did that part of the time, and then I switched to the hotel, where I still am to this day, for better or worse.
Yeah,
Worked in the mailroom and as a cashier.
But this friend of mine, I really wish he would get a job. It's an important part of his how do you say it? Maturation? Yeah.
Maturation process.
Really important part of that, and just the longer he puts it off, the longer he kind of stays a kid inside. And yeah, I mean, he knows who he is if he's here. I don't think he's here though.
Ooh, nice, perfect zero.
Big pouch.
And yeah, there are a lot of degrees in college that probably shouldn't be there. I'm just saying. But that's just me.
It's tough to tell a 19-year-old kid that they should probably not dream of being a professional screenwriter and instead should probably go into accounting or, But I mean,
carpentry.
I do kind of feel the same way that Brian does. But at the same time, it's hard to, not
Hey, Jeff.
have that available. And we do need some of it. Like, the world of art has to exist
Oh, yeah.
and things like that. It's
True.
It's just,
True,
it's probably
but not
as-
everybody's special little flower is cut out for art.
Right.
By the way, somebody, this stream is surely.
Uh-oh. Calm down there, little friar. Calm down. We don't want to
It's
make
the
people
old
mad.
mature guy stream, so I bet the young people are just loving it. They're like, they're giving us all this advice that, of course, we're not going to take because we're young.
Yeah.
You don't take advice when you're young.
Oh, did
I
you
mean,
get a new
somebody
pickaxe?
has to major in women's studies, but 100,000 people don't.
So one of our guys just asked a question, DMEC or something like that. He asked if you dig sideways in this game. I think it is mostly down. I mean, there is a little to the side, but yeah, there's.
There is side to side.
you
You
can
do
dig
want to go
sideways.
back and forth.
And you
to
can't dig
find
upwards,
everything.
right?
You can dig one square up,
Yes.
but you can't like crawl up and start digging. It's how you can screw yourself if you accidentally miss something and then dig around it. You can never get back to it.
Yeah.
Well, Excalibur, there's many jobs that simply require any degree, and if you don't have a degree, then too bad, you'll never get that job.
Yeah, a lot of jobs, they just want to see that you took the time to spend 4 years dedication to get a job, to get a degree. They don't care what it's in. They just care that you took the time to do it. There are a lot of jobs like that.
It's if you were like if you didn't know what you wanted to do with your life, but you know that you need to go to college, then the most useful degree you could get is business, in my opinion.
That's pretty much exactly what I did. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I had to pick something or else I'd be floating around in college
Yeah.
forever.
Who wants to do that?
I knew what I wanted to do from like the age of 12. And that's just because I'm super nerdy.
Pays off. Computers, any sort of,
It's actually
yeah.
thinking
is a good way
astronaut.
to go.
Yeah, I'm a little too rotund for astronaut though. It's hard to fit in the suit.
No, once you get up there, the gravity just like makes it so that everyone's light as a feather.
Well, true. You're constantly falling, so you don't really weigh anything. But getting up there is the hard part. They charge by the gram.
I'll be right back again. It's laundry
Alright.
day,
Lil
so
Fire says it's a little too easy to get college degrees. Again, I think that's where
It
where
is,
GPA enters into
to a
the
degree.
conversation, Yeah, you got a degree, but
Yeah,
how
and-
good were your grades?
Yeah, I put my GPA on my resume.
Nice.
Totally no time for games. I am just tearing that career up.
Ah,
you guys hear me still?
barely. You're breaking
Oh,
up.
you're getting
Yeah.
rough there, Tyler.
I'll mute it.
Silly wireless headset. Not the wireless headsets are silly, but he has a lot of problems with it.
That's a good career, a lot of money in it. Captain, Johnny Walker there, but the burnout rate is tough.
On which career?
Game dev.
Yes, and you have to be willing to hop from job to job and actually move across the country.
Yeah, you got to be willing to be a freelancer,
Yeah,
basically.
because studios, for one thing, they plan to lay people off after projects are over. They don't always want to, but it's just a natural part of the game development process unless you're the head of a studio or you're in like a real small indie studio that doesn't expand beyond capacity.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I don't know, like I wouldn't recommend game development, but people still go into it and that's okay.
Yeah, people want that degree, but that's a tough one. Well, yeah, like that one right there, Paul, you can never get.
What?
The one you missed there on the right side. You dug down too far past it. All the way on the right side.
Well,
yeah, you can never get that one now because it's gone.
maybe I don't want it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like when I've finished and you go back through, when I beat the game and went back through it, you just like, oh, there's treasure there and there and there and there and there and there. Oh crap, I missed a lot of stuff. And it gives you a tally at the end.
Wonder if that matters for achievements.
It might. I mean, there might be one that you dig out every single
Is there a way to
square.
warp back to town? Because having to go all the way back up every time is kind of annoying.
I think you can buy something
Maybe
that
I
lets you
have
do it.
to unlock it. Yeah, if I'm moving sideways while holding X, then I would prefer that he didn't swing the axe the whole time. It's just a little distracting.
Yeah, it's designed so you can cut through blocks really
might cut
fast.
through.
Yeah, there is a teleporter, like D-Nimic just mentioned. You can get a teleporter later and stick the teleport pad wherever you like, and it'll take you back to town. And I believe it stays there, if memory serves. It stays where you put it. So I usually stuck them like right next to the caves.
I mean, you can have multiple ones and teleport to any of them? Ooh,
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Wait, you might only be able to do one.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was only one.
Yeah, you might only be able to do one. I don't remember.
Okay. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to take a quick restroom break. That's what I get for drinking.
No
soft
worries.
drink.
There's a contest running here.
I will be
So.
right back. Please stick around, everybody.
Very good. Remember to take your headset off and mute it. All right. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. So what's everybody think of the game so far? Looks like something you'd be interested in. I know I liked playing this. I think I bought this in a Humble Bundle a couple years ago. Maybe a year ago. And I enjoyed playing it quite a bit. I played it so much I beat it. Yeah, this game's a lot of fun, and I'm the next one. What is it? It's, SteamWorld. What the heck is it called?
Hi.
Whoa, Tyler. If that was you, Tyler, your mic's all wacky. Yeah, you can talk during chat. We had that rule previously because somebody had to actually physically cut and paste the entries out of chat. You don't have to do that anymore because it's handled by Moobot. It was just a pain when you were doing it by cutting and pasting and then having to take all of the excess dialogue out. That's why that was there. But we don't need that anymore. Cool, Brownmeister. I haven't got into Doom yet. I'll probably pick it up later. And my wife was very sad that Mirror's Edge Catalyst got delayed. Because that was going to be her birthday present. Because it came out like the day after her birthday.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, she was very sad. I pre-ordered it months and months ago, but it's just sad.
Let's see. Do I have enough money to get anything new? I could get a pouch or a new pickaxe. I think I'll go with pouch this time. Is Tyler back yet?
He crackled a little bit. I don't know if he's
Oh,
back
Tyler. He's probably actually folding the clothes. Come on, Tyler. Just put them in the dryer and get over here.
yet. It takes me like 10 minutes to fold clothes.
I've never enjoyed it myself.
Well, if I don't do it, they get
Yeah,
all wrinkly, so I
I
gotta
know.
do it. It's just put on some good music and
You
just
don't
get
make
to
the wife
folding.
do it?
No, she's terrible
That's
at
too
it.
bad.
She's terrible at laundry. I had too many wrinkled shirts. I'm like, okay, I'm doing this from now on. She's a great cook. She's terrible at laundry.
Yeah, and I'm not suggesting that like women should do everybody's laundry or something, but yeah, if there's a task that you don't like doing, then sometimes the other person might enjoy it more or be better at it.
I just like having clean clothes, so.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah,
sound
there
like a
you
girl.
are.
Some of us can't just wear t-shirts to work, and they have to have dress shirts, and the dress shirts can't just be thrown in the dryer, or else they'll get wrinkly, and if you leave them there, they get wrinkly too.
I have no problem just throwing them in the dryer. If I leave them there, they get all messed up. I gotta take them out and fold them right away.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, hanging dress shirts.
Ah.
Hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Jeez, Mr. Upper
I am
Management.
fancy. And there's nothing wrong with my headset. Like, okay, first of all, why would I be able to hear you guys perfectly, but you guys couldn't hear me? Is that like a normal thing with headsets?
Might be. The transmitter in your computer transmits at a lot higher power than the transmitter in the headset does going back.
Oh, makes sense. But yeah, I don't have any issues with this headset other than I forget to plug it in sometimes. But it's actually a really
Yeah,
good
no,
headset.
it's just the forgetting
Yes.
to plug it in.
Yes, yeah, no, but that's definitely user error.
Yeah. Everything with
That's
Tyler's
what I,
user error.
you know, that's what I
Yeah.
love about this headset is that it has that second battery, so it's never an issue. I've always got another charged battery to swap.
Well, that's good. Yeah, a lot of people are really bad at Laundry Docker Player. Nobody ever taught them how to do it.
I'm good at laundry.
I'm really good at it because I care.
To be honest, my mom, you know, bless her heart, but she didn't teach me anything about like keeping clothes wrinkle-free or ironing, and so
I hate
I learned
ironing.
more about ironing from a girl I was seeing one time than from anyone else. You know.
Hey, man.
I don't iron. That's part of why the shirts have to get hung up at a certain time.
Yeah,
Minimize the wrinkles and stuff.
wrinkles, yeah. Get permanent press shirts and just make sure to hang them up as soon as they're done drying.
Normally,
Right.
I only iron when I have a trip. Like, you know, I'm going to E3 in 2 weeks or less, I think. And when I get there, I will iron all of my clothes that I will wear.
And did you say
Jeez.
Mirror's Edge got a...
It got delayed by a
Dang.
couple weeks.
Oh, is it coming out in June now, or...
It was supposed to come out June 7th, but it got
Okay.
delayed.
Oh, I didn't see that. I saw No Man's Sky got delayed, but not a
Tough,
Mirror's Edge. But I just didn't
tough
see
time
that.
for PlayStation fans, man. And
Oh, they can't get a game delivered on time for anything in the world. Uncharted had 4 delays.
yeah, that is a shame. Okay, before I go down to that, I think I'm going to go back and get that mineral that I left behind. If I can.
And then one last thing from your guys' conversation was, I guess someone said they're going into game development. I'll be that guy that's okay with crushing dreams, but I definitely would not recommend that as a career choice. That's a very risky career
Yeah, it's
choice.
like the more you know about the industry, the more you see how some people who are members of it suffer, and yeah.
It's tough. You're all freelancers, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably more of a general visual art and design, visual design. I don't even know what those tools are. Something like that could be very useful, and I think it could still be applied in the games world to a certain extent.
Oh, no. It was pushed from May to June 7th, so it'll be out in 2 weeks.
Okay, that
Not
makes
so
more
bad.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
I
it's not
remember
coming out in May anymore.
No.
Oh, I did
Well,
not.
I mean,
I'm
May
this is the
ends
first
in 2
time hearing.
days, so...
Yeah, I guess that's true. But there's still one more Tuesday.
There is?
Yeah, the 31st
Yeah,
is
there is.
Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. It was supposed to come out this week. This
Okay.
previous week. but it got delayed by 2 weeks.
You know what I think should happen in this game? There should be... The town should get bigger the farther you get into it. So far it hasn't. Does it ever?
I think a few more towns open, or a few more like shops open as you get further down.
That hasn't happened yet.
To let you get
Isn't
more
there like
stuff.
a second town or a third town? A couple other towns?
You're another town.
I don't think there's other towns. I don't remember other towns in this.
Well, I'm glad I found that teleporter, and now I can also buy a teleporter, which I did, and use it if I ever need to.
Oh man, teleporters. They're useful, but pay attention to where you put them and try to put them in easily accessible places. Like I drove myself nuts with how I placed teleporters.
Let's get back to this one.
No Man's Sky doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm confused by it personally. I just don't see. They haven't announced anything that looks like any sort of gameplay that looks like fun. It's just exploration. I mean, it's a space version of a walking
What are
simulator.
you thinking, Tyler, so far?
I think it looks cool. I'm big into the exploration and like cataloging new species, and you can kill people and stuff like that. Like you do have a weapon where you can kill species and stuff like that. I would say that its chances for failure, like for it to like totally not be nearly as great as everyone expects it, is really high. Like they've hyped it up so high, and it has such a huge, bar to hit now that I can see it definitely end up being more like what Brian's saying. People get bored with it quickly, not enough variety, not enough things to do, stuff like that.
That wouldn't be good.
I want it to be good.
Yeah, I think it looks interesting, and I liked the idea from the first time I saw it. I just think I don't see how it can do.
Neither you or Lil Fryer enjoy Minecraft, and it's not the
despise
same as Minecraft, but it's definitely kind of more about just this big open world, pressing forward, seeing what's out there. I don't know if there's going to be any sort of mining or resource management or stuff like that, but I do think it helps to have to like those type of games would maybe make you more interested.
That might be part of it. Yeah, it looks interesting, but I just don't know.
Yeah, and you might be right. I mean, I certainly can understand why people would be questioning it. I think it looks cool. I like the developer. I like their older games, although they're nothing like this game.
Hey, Hunter.
Welcome to...
But I totally understand why others would feel like that.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I'm not holding out hope that it's good. I just hope that it's good.
Yeah.
What you drinking, T-Dog?
Oh, sorry. I'll try and mute
No,
if
I was just
necessary.
wondering.
I am having spiced rum and Pepsi. It's quite good.
Isn't that your go-to?
It is. That's all I ever buy.
I wish there was a liquor store closer to where I live. It's just... it's about a 15-minute drive.
Paul would have a gold card there.
all our liquor is privatized by the state. No, that's not privatized is the wrong word, but it's run by the state. But I don't know what it would be. But there is one about 5 minutes away from me, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, there's one down the street from me. Whenever somebody says, "Hey, come to our dinner party and bring some wine,"
yeah,
let's go there.
Swing in there. But yours is just a private store, right?
Yeah, Florida doesn't have alcohol control.
Can they sell alcohol in like your local grocery stores and stuff too, like hard liquor and stuff?
No, they sell beer and wine. If there's going to be hard liquor, they have to have a separate store.
Huh.
Okay. That's how most states are, is my understanding.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of states are like that. Illinois was like that. They had ABC stores. You couldn't sell hard liquor in the grocery store.
Right.
Steampunk.
And I guess like Costco and Sam's Club also sell booze in a lot of their non-Utah stores.
Costco sells booze here in Florida in a separate area that you have to go to.
Okay.
It's outside the main. It's connected. It's the same building as the main store, but it's
like closed off even from the store.
Segmented from the store. It's off to the side. It's got its own entrance and stuff.
Very interesting.
How convenient. Sort of, maybe.
It's kind of neat. I mean, if you want to buy your, case of wine, like a lot of my celestial neighbors.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Supposedly
or
they
you're-
have cheap, pretty good quality stuff. Well, relatively cheap, not cheap, but Costco
Guys,
cheap.
Yeah,
I noticed
Costco
that I have a
cheap.
water stat. What does that do?
Thanks, Hunter.
I don't remember.
Touching water fills it up, but I'm wondering what uses it up. And how do I use this steam jump that I just got? Oh,
Probably. I think you might have just
Yeah,
answered your own
yeah.
question.
Yeah.
hold down and press up and jump. Down, or just hold down and jump. Dang it, it didn't.
Now you're getting to the Steam part of SteamWorld.
Steampunk, baby. Yeah, it's nice for you to join us again, to Hunter. It's been a while. Let's see.
Indeed. Paul streams every week.
Yes, every Saturday, Also, I've convinced the other members of Windows Central, several of them, to start doing streams at other times. So you'll notice every Wednesday morning Russell does a VR stream. And he's still learning, so we're trying to get him up to, there's some problems. But
Like he doesn't talk a lot.
sometimes that's a problem. Last time the problem was the audio balance. Like the game simply overpowered his voice to a big extent.
You can steam jump through those
Oh, okay.
small blocks. You jump straight through them, just as an aside.
Yeah, I was watching Jez stream. He was actually playing the original Dark Souls, which is what I had just started up as well. So I was familiar with the area he was playing, but that was fun to watch for a little while.
Did he do okay as far as streaming goes?
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. He. His stream is more like mine. There's nothing on the screen. He could definitely look into a camera and a chat on screen.
He does plan to.
Psh, cameras are
Yeah, he does
pussies.
plan to get a camera.
Cool. It just helps the stream feel more official, kind of a little bit more like, I don't know if informal is the right word, but maybe a little bit more friendly.
It's just, cameras simply
quick-
simply make streams better. So if you have the capacity.
He's usually streaming, I think, with a girl. I'm guessing a wife or girlfriend.
No, neither.
Oh
but-
my.
They're pretty good. They talk back and forth. It's always nice to have a co-host too, especially when it's not terribly busy in chat, to give more of a reason to not feel like you're just talking to yourself.
Yeah, and for when you
Real
have to
quick.
concentrate on the game. What's that, Brian?
Yeah.
No, you can use up all the water.
Ah,
As you notice when you
Oh,
dive
yeah, it
in
does
and
sink
suck up
down.
water, it
That's
drops
right.
down. So you can
Once in a while, you have
Cause
to go
yourself
search around
problems.
for a little bit of a water
did not know
puddle.
that.
It's cold there, Souza.
AJ,
Where are you?
I wish he was over here. He's upstairs or something.
Souza's in Brazil, so it's winter or getting close to
Oh
winter.
yeah, it's winter down there because we're getting close to summer here.
Late fall, yeah.
Well, it's Florida. It's summer all the time.
Yeah, you don't have. Most of the rest of the country is getting close to their summer. You've been in
Yeah.
quote
Well, this
unquote
is-
summer since what, February?
I don't think it got
This
cold.
is curious. I just hit 3 switches. I
This-
can't tell what they did, but this one door did not open. Does that mean there's another switch that opens it somewhere?
You have to figure out the pattern. I think.
Oh,
on
you're
this
right. It was
door.
a pattern. Okay. Is there even anything in here? There's nothing in here. What's the point of that? You failed procedural generation. Oh, there is a little place I can dig.
The pipes look like
Whoa,
they say
that's what
hi.
it was. There was a hidden thing.
Well, you don't have a
They look like
light,
that.
so
Yeah, no, there was some of those crystals you can get. I don't know what they're called, but a small reservoir of them that I had to dig out. So I guess that was the point.
that was actually a pretty big reservoir of those.
Yeah. Does it say how many I have? It doesn't say.
13. When you collect them, it pops up at the bottom.
It's still at the
Only
bottom.
then-
Oh no, you're right. It did go
It
up.
disappears. Yeah, when you collect something, it pops back up.
I don't know why it doesn't just stay there. I mean,
Yeah, it's not like that little bit of UI
Yeah.
would have killed it.
man, I
Things.
can't get that fill up.
I believe Paul's going the usual time, Lil Fryer. And he's getting close.
We're gonna
here.
go 10 minutes late because we started 10 minutes late, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Or should we? It doesn't even...
And then aren't you streaming something
Yeah,
else
we're.
after?
If you feel like hanging out, guys, we're gonna stream Forza 6's NASCAR expansion. We're gonna do multiplayer.
Alejandro!
Alejandro.
Is Tony Stewart in it?
I don't know,
That's actually where you need to go for that secret, Paul, is up there.
but I couldn't get there.
You jumped up there. You were just up
You
there.
want me to go back?
Yeah, go back up there right above that 3 gear thing.
Okay.
'Cause that's how it works.
So a couple of things I felt like talking about. Do we have any anime fans in the house, in our audience?
Yes, you can't see me, but my hand's raised.
Me too. Me.
Sure.
Have you ever seen one?
I watched
Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah.
I mean, really mainstream ones like that almost don't even count. But yeah, there was a popular movie. It was a short movie, like 45 minutes long, called Blood: The Last Vampire.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
It's practically no story. It's an action sequence with no story around it, which is a letdown. But it's good for, it's good to watch just for the action. But anyway, it got a few different spin-off series and sequel series and things. And one of those. So what do I do here, Brian, before I continue?
Go above it and then dig to the right.
But I can't dig through this wall.
You might not be able to dig. Well, see if you can actually go up, because I think you have to go up and
That's
around to get to this one.
Yeah. Anyway, have you guys seen Blood: The Last Vampire? I was able to dig. I got a little piece of.
I have
silver.
not.
Well, there's a series that is, I guess it's like a spin-off, not actually a sequel, but it's called Blood Sea. Has anybody heard of Blood Sea? Anybody who knows about anime, I think, probably has heard of it. It's infamously violent. Like, it's really gory, this series.
There's a lot of really super hardcore violent animes.
Yeah, I mean, by and large, they're not like that, but there are some.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blood Sea is a spin-off of Blood Plus, I think, which Virtuous Lummox has just mentioned. But anyway, I haven't seen the show, but I did buy the manga of it. It was all on sale on Comixology, so I bought it and read the whole thing. It's 4 volumes, complete series. And I was... What is she saying? Like, it's made for me. Yeah. Anyway, the violence stuff was interesting. I mean, I don't often like ultra violence. That's how it's referred to in American comics. They call it ultra violence. Yeah, I don't especially care for that, but like in the context of this series, it didn't put me off. However, the art of the manga, see, it was a show first and then a manga, and the art of the manga was not particularly good. Like, sometimes it was difficult to follow the action, so that wasn't good when you don't quite know what's happening. And yeah, that was the artist's fault.
Yeah.
But besides that, the actual story was just super dumb. I mean, like, it had, I don't know, maybe not as dumb as, say, like, Arrow Season 3, but it didn't have anything to say, like, if you're going to kill off all these characters and stuff, I think you need to have more of a larger point to what you're doing. And I was really disappointed by the story had very little in the way of themes or a reason for existing, you know what I'm saying? The only thing this story had going for it at all is that there's a big twist kind of in the second volume. So about halfway through, there's a big twist where you find out that everything you thought was a certain way is actually different. But other than that, it was just so lame. And like, if you're gonna make me sit through all these people getting killed and stuff, don't have them getting killed for stupid reasons. And yeah, like the villain's motivation and everything was just really weak. So what a letdown.
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of anime anymore. I just don't have a lot of time to sit through 14 or 15 hours
Why
of
didn't you go
content.
through the teleporter.
The Scott Pilgrim anime.
That would be. There's a little. I
no.
mean, there's a little Scott Pilgrim cartoon, but no, it's not. The comic, you could call it an American manga, I guess, but really it's just a comic book.
That's about as deep as I get. But I did read the books.
That's good, Tyler. No, I mean, there's some that I could recommend. In fact, I mean, for one thing, I'm glad I bought it as a comic because in total that was $12. Whereas if I got the Blu-ray set, that would have been like $25. So I save money that way. Yeah, just to
Not
get
bad.
the story. And if I had liked the book a lot, then I probably still would have bought the show.
Then you would get the
but I
right. But no point. Now you know you don't need to.
So, but at the same time, as a part of the same sale, I bought a different comic called something like Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service. So we'll just say Corpse Delivery Service. And anyway, this one is also kind of gory and macabre, but it actually has likable characters and it tells little interesting episodic stories, and I like it so much better. Like, it's a much better book, and the art's better too. So better in every way.
Cool.
Is that?
If you like sort of horror type stuff, you might try the Vampire Hunter D novels.
I would
pretty
like to read
good.
those. I love both Vampire Hunter D movies.
There's like 27 of them.
Yeah, it's crazy how many there are. I have these two nice Vampire Hunter D art books. They're really nice. I love them. With Yoshitaka Amano's art.
Oh, Yoshitaka Amano.
Yeah.
Yes, he has excellent art. I bought my friend because he's big into Yoshitaka, his art. I bought him a giant art book, like a coffee table book, for Christmas one year. He really,
Sweet. Yeah,
really liked that. It's a
They're
pretty
both
cool
like
book.
those, so it's probably one of those. I mean, that one is probably one of the ones I have. And I think both movies are on Blu-ray now, or maybe it's only one of them is on Blu-ray. No.
No, they're both on Blu-ray.
Yeah, the disappointing thing is that the original movie, which is
Hey, Mongbox.
the original movie was, I think, made for video, but it was the first anime I ever
Oh, that was back in
first
the 80s,
anime I
man.
ever had, and it's still really, really good in my opinion. It's a little slow, like it really should be less slow, but other than that, the art is immaculate
Yeah.
and it's an interesting story and everything. But anyway,
Mhm.
the Blu-ray of that does not have the original dub. They recorded a new dub instead of licensing the old one, and that's just a mistake.
Well, that's just sad.
Wow, I really cannot break through that, even though I just got another upgrade and I still can't break through that. So it looks like I need yet another upgrade. It should tell you what level
That's a
you
bummer.
need so you can know and not have to waste time like I just did.
Yeah. Oh, that's a one-way block.
Oh,
You can't break through it. You have to come from the other
So
side.
we really do just have to find a different path, huh?
Yeah, there's a different
we were
path.
just up and to the right and didn't see it.
See, now that you have a light, see if there's a block up there, up at the top. See if there's maybe something you can break through now.
Alright,
There might be something down where all the levers are, though.
it must
I'm
be
not
by
sure.
the levers because there's just nothing else I could break right here. Let's go look. And
There's old slushy Tyler.
Sorry.
but it's a happy sound. It's not an annoying sound.
Ah, that's cool, Mongbox. That's
Which-
cool. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything there.
Oh, why is she gonna be around? Oh, summer break. Yeah, I hope so.
Summer break, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a teacher, right?
Yes, she is. We haven't talked that much this
Yeah.
this semester, so I would love to catch up with you sometime, Longbox. You know, guys, I mean, I'm so busy. I'm always busier than I want to be. Oh, that's what it was. I can't believe I missed that block earlier. Anyway, you know, for me to keep in touch with people, they mostly have to reach out to me because there's just not enough time in my life to reach out to everyone else. So yeah, I hope she will have the time to say hi and we can have a nice chat sometime.
Indeed. It's good that she'll be
Okay,
around.
Finally got the item.
Hey, see, there's always a way to do this.
Which way?
You gotta, when you see something, you just gotta look around for a while. You'll find it.
You were right.
See, I'm starting, now that I'm watching you play this, I'm starting to remember it.
Tight. Oops. This is not the exit, is it? Oh, there goes my phone. Sorry, guys.
Sweet, Mongbox. That sounds awesome. Starting a robotics club.
Yeah. She and I have talked about robotics a little bit. One of her interests. She's also into Minecraft for education, I think. Because Minecraft has some actual educational applications, which is nice.
Hey, Sergeant Torrente.
Yo, Torrente. Okay, we're getting towards the end of the stream, guys. After the contest ends, we'll probably go ahead and wrap it up. But remember, we are doing an extra
Indeed.
bonus stream of Forza 6 that you can stick around for if you like.
And we'll all make fun of Paul's driving.
I mean, I haven't played in a while, so I'm definitely going to be out in practice. Okay, I need to go back to town. Do I? Not really. Not yet. Just need to find a way to
Yeah,
go.
I mean, if you're gonna stop, you might as well go
Oh,
back to
I guess
town.
you're right. I need to prepare. So let's do that. We'll find the teleporter. There it is. Don't forget, guys, next weekend we are streaming Resident Evil. It's a good chance to win. It's only a $20 game, but a really great game. Classic. Everyone should play it, you know, once in their life.
We all have different definitions of great games.
Yes, some people have the wrong definition. Sorry, Brian.
I'll take that one. I never could get into those games. It's fun watching Adam or other people play
There
them.
you
I
go.
just
Well, I mean, here we're gonna find out how that. At least this Resident Evil, the story is not great, but it's back before the stories got actually stupid. Like eventually the series
Ridiculous,
stories
yeah.
just went totally haywire. And so this is one where it's something that you can play and not be. You can be mildly intrigued by it and not put off. Really, I think. Oh, she's got something to say.
I'm excited to check out the 2 remasters at some point
Yeah.
in my life.
Cannot.
I've played 4, 5, 6, and Revelations 1, so I'm kind of like the kind of cut it from the midpoint on.
Ooh, I got a map. How do I look at the map? It tells me just to go back into the cave.
Ooh, that's a sexy robot.
Yeah, man.
damn straight. She probably runs the local robot establishment.
The Crushinator.
So,
Yeah, you see how wide the town is. You get a lot more buildings, and you can
that's
buy a
good.
lot
They should
more
have already
stuff
added one.
later.
I think, I don't know, in the first hour I want to see some kind of progress. Something more than. I mean, we are progressing my character. I can buy more stuff, I have upgrades. But I would like to see. Show off what the town expansion is like, if that's a mechanic, a thing in the game. That's something that Adventures of Pip does really well. Platformer that we did a small stream of before. Never a weekend giveaway, but someday we will, hopefully. Cool. Guys, don't forget, what are some of the articles we've done lately? We had the Minecraft battle story, big story there, video that I'm really proud of. I do need to get a better microphone or a headset with a better mic. But except for that, I think it's just about a perfect video. It's one of the best I've done. So please.
You already have the best mic in the world, Paul. You just
Well,
won't use it.
I mean, you should hear what it sounds like when I use it. It sounds worse than this.
Well, we got to fix that then.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it wants good acoustics, and I'm in a weird room with not soundproofed at all. And soundproof foam, that's not something that would work with 2 cats.
I mean, neither's mine. I stream in a 5-sided box. So,
Interesting.
you just got to set it right and get real intimate with it.
Interesting. So how much does this game cost, by the way, Tyler? Do you know?
I don't know. I'd guess
I'm
10
thinking
bucks.
it's probably 10.
I can look.
Yeah,
it
somebody
up.
look it
Yeah.
up just to be sure. We should always tell people how to buy it.
$10
Excellent.
on
Yeah,
Steam.
Tonight we gave out a bunch of Steam and Xbox One codes because it came out on PlayStation 4 more than a year ago, so the codes have expired. We would have liked to have had PS codes,
Oh.
but that's okay.
Yeah, it also came out on PlayStation Plus, so hopefully a lot of PlayStation owners got a chance to play it, to
There
pick
you
it
go.
up then. It was a while ago, but
And I'm sure it's been on
Plus.
sale many times also.
Yep.
Yeah, it goes on
That's when I
sale
got
a
it.
lot.
Free 99. I don't think that's how much it costs, Maze. Good to see you, Maze, by the way.
Yeah, he's been here for a
Yeah.
while.
Anyway, I've quite enjoyed this. This has been a good time. Doesn't look like
It's
a
fun.
good.
It's good. It doesn't wear out its welcome. It's not a terribly long game. It's a
Yeah,
fun
it's
game.
maybe 6 hours if you take your time. It's not terribly long. It's fun. It's great.
Yeah, it's a good
AJ,
game. Yeah.
It's got a weird
I
story.
think codes made this year don't expire anymore. I could be wrong about that, but I think they finally stopped the code expiration thing because that was really was
That's
weak.
good.
I do know that like I've gotten DLC in like Far Cry 4 that say they expire in like 2020. So like there's definitely not all codes expiring anymore within a
Good.
year.
That's an improvement. By the way, that map I got from the
Yeah.
lady in town, it has caused an arrow to appear just on the little mini map. So you don't have a big map you can look at, as far as I can tell, but it has given me a new goal to work towards.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, and anyway, SteamWorld Dig, it's available on Xbox One, Steam, PlayStation 4, Vita, Wii U, and 3DS. That's a lot of different platforms. So,
And
platforms.
iOS.
oh yeah, right, and iOS. And I think this would be really good as a portable game. I would enjoy playing it on my Vita for sure. Achievement-wise, I was going to say it doesn't seem to be a very good game for achievements. Like, I did get one right when I started the game before the stream.
It's kind of demanding. I think there's like a speed run one, and like you're playing through it a few times if you want to pick them all up.
Yeah.
That could be a little rough.
I definitely
Like, there should have been one for getting
But
my
I'm not.
first upgrade, that kind of thing. You know, I like mark those little milestones, get the player, keep them coming.
Yeah, but I mean, it came out I guess Xbox doesn't. I don't remember. It came out when still there was more restrictions on trophies, and it came out to PlayStation first, which would have restricted it to about
Yeah, I
12
guess they probably
trophies.
just stuck to that. But yeah, no, Xbox One has never had a
Got it.
limit. Or at least the limit has always been 50 or greater. But I think even some game that came out really early had 70. Maybe it was Master Chief Collection, so that was 1 year in.
That's right. Yeah, probably you're right. But yeah, but it was
How?
out on PlayStation first, so
Yeah.
they probably just stuck with what they created. I noticed on Neon Chrome it's like that too. There's only 14 achievements on the Xbox One version.
14? Well,
Wow.
better than 12.
I suppose, but not by much.
But yeah, it just matches up with. I mean, that one's a bit weird because it should have Steam achievements, so you would have thought that those would get brought over, but I don't know how many Steam achievements it
Yeah,
has.
Icky, if...
I
sorry,
think
real quick. Icky, if anybody didn't win it... I mean, if we have Steam codes left and people are interested in them and they didn't win anything else, then please give them to them. And Low Fryer, to answer your question real quick, we will be on at 9 a.m. Central tomorrow for the Neverwinter weekly get-together. Go on, Tyler.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah,
Oh, go on with
yeah,
what I
real
was
quick
saying.
before we end.
Or trying to. I can't remember what we were talking about. Oh, the achievements and stuff. I think that we've already talked about it, and we talked about it as a real good way of you putting it in the Octodad stream. The developers and players kind of just aren't on the same wavelength when it comes to achievements and trophies. Sometimes, like very few developers seem to care about them at all. Compared to how many players do actually like them. I mean, not everyone does. It's still the minority of all video game players who care about them, but it's definitely more than the developers you find
Yeah,
that
it's
care
a
about
significant
them.
minority.
But yeah, so I think most developers, once they're kind of like coded in and built once, they just kind of move them. So whether it was PlayStation's trophies that came first, or Xbox's achievements, or Steam achievements, kind of once they're built once, they seem to always be the same between each platform.
Usually so. Although, he did mention that didn't they make more Octodad achievements for one platform than the original one had? Yeah.
They did actually. So like they're kind of like, I mean, that is one of the only games I can ever remember. The Vita version has different trophies than the PlayStation 4 version, which is just almost unheard of basically, especially since the game is cross-buy anyway. So like, you know, they really had to build them. You know, that's extra work that didn't need to exist at all, and they did it, so that was cool.
Very cool indeed. Cool. We'll see you then, Lowfire.
Which, by the way, I beat that game today.
Octodad? Way
Yeah.
to go. Nope. Can I just save and quit at any time, or do I have to be back at town?
I don't remember. I think it starts you back at town.
I better get back there just to be safe. But yeah. Okay, now the codes have been given out. It is really time to wrap up. But don't forget, if you want to stay and hang out with us, we are going to do another quick stream after this for at least half an hour. Alright, game saved, yeah, when you get back to town. So will it save after I give my ore back? Let's find out. Oh, really close to the next level. Yes, it does save after you trade it in. Excellent, congratulations.
Cool.
Well, Tyler and Brian, always fun hanging out with you guys.
Indeed.
Been a pleasure.
It's been excellent hanging out with you, our great audience, our viewers. Please make sure to come back every Saturday at the same time. We'll always be here with more games. Even though I'm going away to E3 very soon, I will not be gone on a Saturday, so we won't have to have a substitute host.
Aww.
That's handy. Well, I mean, it's stressful for me having to negotiate somebody else to sub in for me and then find prizes for them that are different than the prizes I would normally give out. So yeah, much better for me to be able to do it on my own. So yeah, and we have another stream. I mean, we have the Resident Evil stream before that in the first place. So we will see you guys next week. Don't forget to leave a comment on tonight's article and also all of our recent articles. Remember, that shows us who our true believers are. It's the people who make the effort to leave those comments. That's how you can thank us. We love you all. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Paul R. Acevedo. Follow Tyler on Twitter at Inverted Access, isn't it? Or is it Inverted Tyler?
Inverted Access is the main one that we use. My personal one's Inverted Tyler, but I don't use it very often.
There you go, guys. Talk to you all soon. Thanks again, everyone, and don't hate, appreciate.
Have a good one.
That ought to hold the little SLBs.
All right.